reclaim our heritage came to fruition in 2020. PM Narendra Modi attended the Bhumi Pujan that followed Supreme Court's verdict in the favor of Hindus in 2019. At 27, Keval Ram Ratanmal Malkani became the editor of Organizer. At one point, Organizer was known as Malkani's paper. Advani joined Organizer in 1960 as assistant editor, film critique, to being its acting editor from 1961 to 1963. As Malkani took a hiatus, Advani played many roles. The 1962 war coverage and getting reticent Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay to write a column, Political Diary, were the high points of his stint. Many other editors served Organizer through the ages, taking it to new heights and horizons. The quiet and incisive V.P. Bhatia of Cabbages and Kings fame served Organizer from 1980 to 1992 as editor. Articulate and sharp observer, Sheshadri Chari led Organizer for 12 years, beginning with the tumultuous Ram Janambhoomi movement, bringing the much-needed intellectual heft. Realizing that the lone nationalistic voice in journalism at that point needed to connect with a new India, Organizer began expanding its pool of writers, including even the opposing voices, Jai Prakash Narayan, S.A. Dange, Abhishek Manu Singhvi, Omen Chandi, etc. Besides introducing interesting columns on kids, women, books and readers under the editorship of R. Balashankar from 2004 to 2030. Organizer had taken up Article 370, 35A, an issue finding no space in national mainstream media. In right earnest, consistently, the constant focus found fruition when the article was abrogated in 2019. It conducts annual dialogue on defense and submits its report to the government dealing with subjects of external and internal security consistently. Agriculture, technology and other specific areas have also been in focus in the past few years. On one of the current burning issues of cryptocurrency, Organizer came out with a clear line, argued on facts. Let's keep away from exotic cryptocurrency mania that's unsustainable and not our priority anyway. With 22 lakh followers on Facebook, more than 1 lakh on Twitter, Organizer has successfully straddled the social media, engaging with the youth of today interactively. And as it gains new audience, its own base of committed readers developed over the decades keeps it going far and deep. A regular reader of over 50 years, Anand Prakash writes, Organizer is truly a national weekly, without which our country would have been in the grip of anti-national forces. With only shareholders for financial support, Organizer survived for 75 long years and is still going strong. Shri M.S. Gowalkar, Guruji said, for clear, straightforward, impartial views on subjects of national and international importance, it is useful to read Organizer. The eternal Bharat will always find an expression in the pages of free and fearless Organizer.
National perspective, civilizational heritage, the idea of eternal Bharat, journalism.
Organizer, voice of the nation.
Say it, telling me that your workshop is for 3 hours, but is that really enough to learn everything about AI trading and investment?
Believe me, we have packed in a lot of stuff in our 3-hour workshop, and it really opens everybody's eyes to what the future beholds. A lot of people, they get that confidence to get started in the stock market because the learning curve is so little, and they start their journey. It enables them. But yes, once people get the flavor, right, they get hooked, they get interested, they want to learn more. And of course, there's no stopping to learning, right? There's always more to explore, and we do cater to that as well. So we do have an even bigger program wherein we teach more advanced topics, how to integrate AI even deeper and further, broaden the horizons, and let people explore the future. So yes, we do cater to that as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Vice President of India, Shri C.P. Radhakrishnan, will be here within a few minutes. So when he arrives, kindly be stand at your seats. And please keep your cell phones on the silent mode. Meanwhile, can we have some historical covers of Organizer Weekly on the screen? Vice President of India is here. I would request Shri Dattatreya Hosabale ji and Dr. Anil Agarwal ji to kindly come on the stage. We will start the valedictory session shortly. Just a small brief about the session. In this session, we are also going to honor our former editors, including the family members of Shri K.L. Malkani ji, Shri Advani ji, Shri A.R. Nair ji, who was the founding editor of Organizer Weekly. Of course, Dr. Balashankar ji, Dr. Shishadri Chari ji. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Vice President of India has arrived. May I request everyone to kindly rise. I would request everyone to kindly keep standing. We shall now begin the valedictory session with the national song Vande Mataram, followed immediately by the national anthem.
मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा, विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा। तब शुभ नामे जागे, तब शुभ आशीष मांगे, गाहे तब जय गाथा। जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
We shall now begin today's formal proceedings by offering floral tributes to Ma Saraswati, the eternal obedient of wisdom and knowledge, and Bharat Mata, whose timeless civilizational spirit continues to guide our nation. may I respectfully invite the Honorable Vice President of India, Shri C.P. Radhakrishnan ji, Shri Dattatreya Hosabale ji, Shri Prafulla Ketkar ji, Shri Arun Kumar Goyal ji, and Dr. Anil Agarwal ji to kindly offer the floral tributes. To formally welcome our distinguished guest on the stage and set the tone for the historic evening, I would request Shri Prafulla Ketkar, the editor of Organizer Weekly, to kindly come and deliver his welcome remarks.
Namaste and good evening. Honorable Vice President of India, Shri C.P. Radhakrishnan ji, Adarniya Dattatreya Hosabale ji, Sarkaryavah Shri Swayamsevak Sangh, Manya Dr. Anil Agarwal ji, Prant Sanghchalak Delhi, Adarniya Arun ji Goyal, Managing Director, Bharat Prakashan Delhi Limited. Generally, I don't prefer to read out what I want to say. But this is a very, very emotional occasion, not just for me, for my entire team. 80 years journey of this great media movement, when we thought of celebrating, there were a lot of ideas that came to our mind. And in one of the meetings, I just requested Manya Dattaji that this year on 3rd of July, organizer would be completing 80 years. So he immediately said, why don't you get your all writers, former editors, and have some kind of get together. And that is how, we started working somewhere in March. But when I look back at this journey, since, when in 1946, Bharat Prakashan Delhi Limited as a company was formed with 15,000 shareholders, that was a remarkable idea to start a news weekly with the contribution of ordinary shareholders, starting with 2 to 5 rupees, and then starting it as a media company. Of course, at the same time, partition and independence, both were around the corners, and that time this venture was almost like adventure. Starting a media house with this ideological grounding and still making it popular. It was not a small task, but that time perhaps Dindayal ji, Madhura Mule, all these people got together, and then journey started amidst all odds and has completed 8 decades of existence. Being true to the tagline of being voice of the nation, organizer always picked up the critical issues of national unity, integrity, cultural and civilizational continuity. So, Firstly, with the plight of partitioned areas of East and West Pakistan, then Praja Parishad Andolan, then wars against China and Pakistan, the unfortunate deaths of Dr. Shama Prasad Mukherjee and Deen Dayal ji. All these issues became sort of torch-bearing issues for organizer. Then came Motherland, our sister publication. Malkani ji edited the both. Emergency was virtually declared through Motherland by Malkani ji, and he was questioned for that. He was the first editor to get arrested. After that, unfortunately, Motherland could not be revived, but we got another sister publication in the form of Panchajanya in 1978, which used to be published from Lucknow along with Rashtra Dharma. And since then, the new journey began. The area where it started in the Jhandewala area, many issues were shaped, discussed, and then virtually shaped the national consciousness. Today, when we celebrate this 80th Foundation Day, we decided to remember all the stalwarts, express gratitude towards them, to take guidance for our future journey with the same spirit. Medium had changed, technology had changed, issues might have taken different dimensions, but the zeal and the spirit to protect and preserve and promote the Tejomaya Hindu Rashtra, as it was declared in the first edition of Organizer, that continues to be the same. I sincerely thank Honorable Vice President for accepting our invitation and gracefully being here with us to bless us on this momentous occasion. I sincerely thank Manya Dattaji, whose guidance ensured that all of us get together here. Manya Anil Agrawal ji, who is the guiding spirit of RSS in Delhi. Arun Kumar Goyal ji and entire team of directors with Bharat Prakashan. I'm sincerely indebted to them as the editorial team, the kind of independence, the kind of confidence they have in us that could make this possible. Former editors, both Chari ji and Balashankar ji, Vikram Malkani and entire family is here, Pratibha ji is here, Vijay Lakshmi Nair ji is here. So this first time we tried to bring in all the former editors and their family members. We are really grateful for them for accepting the invitation. Many writers, contributors who have been there with organizer in this difficult journey. And today also they have, I know many programs, many events are there, but we chose deliberately that 3rd July has to be celebrated as 3rd July. And of course, my entire team of organizer who always stand by me day and night and work very, very hard to keep the spirit intact. So I again welcome you all and thank you all. We hope that continuously we'll keep the spirit of voice of the nation intact so that Tejomay Hindu Rashtra remains intact. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prafulla sir. It is now privileged to invite and ask all my dignitaries on the stage to kindly felicitate the Honorable Vice President of India, Shri C.P. Radhakrishnan ji. I would request Arun ji and Dr. Anil Agrawal ji to kindly facilitate C.P. Radhakrishnan ji with a memento on 80 years of organizer and with a shawl. Please give a huge round of applause. Now I would request Datta ji and Prafulla ji to kindly felicitate Honorable Vice President of India with a special coin commemorating the 100 years of Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh. Now I would request Shri Arun Kumar Goyal ji to kindly facilitate Shri Dattatreya Hosabale, the Sarkaryavah of Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, with a memento and a shawl. Please give a huge round of applause for Datta ji. Would also request Praful ji and Dr. Agrawal and Arun Kumar Goyal ji to kindly felicitate Datta ji with a special coin on 100 years of RSS. Ladies and gentlemen, an institution's greatest strength lies in its people, as Praful sir said, who dedicate their lives to it. As organizer celebrates 80 remarkable years today, it is only fitting that we honor those who shaped its editorial journey across generation. May I request Dr. Sheshadri Chari to kindly come on the stage. He's the former editor of Organizer Weekly. And I would request the Honorable Vice President of India, Shri C.P. Radhakrishnan ji, Shri Dattatreya Hosabale ji and other dignitaries to kindly felicitate our former editor, Dr. Sheshadri Chari ji. Please give a huge round of applause for Chari ji. We also have a very special sketches made for our former editors and their family members. Now I would request Dr. Balashankar ji to kindly come on the stage. He's also the former editor of Organizer Weekly. You just heard his story while he was the editor. Thank you, Dr. Chari ji. We have Dr. Balashankar ji on the stage now. We are equally honored to recognize the families of those editors whose contribution continues to inspire Organizer even today, whose are not there with us today. So I would request Srimati Pratibha Advani ji, the daughter of Shri Lalakrishna Advani ji, to kindly come up on the stage. I would request the Honorable Vice President of India, Shri C.P. Radhakrishnan ji, Shri Dattatreya Hosabale ji and other dignitaries to kindly felicitate, honor the memories of our other editors. We have on stage Srimati Pratibha Advani ji, the daughter of Shri Lal Krishna Advani ji. Next on stage, I would like to call Shri Vikram Malkani ji, the son of Shri K.R. Malkani ji, on the stage. Now I would request Srimati Vijaya Lakshmi ji, the daughter of organizers, founding editor, Shri A.R. Nair ji. Please give a huge round of applause for our editors and their families. I would also like to remember our former editor, Shri V.P. Bhatia ji. None of the family members from his side could come here. These are not just the years, these are the legacies of organizer that we have been carrying forward for the past 80 years. Thank you so much, everyone. Moving on, books preserve the ideas for generations. They document history, they inspire thought. They challenge assumptions, and today, organizer is delighted to present two important publications. May I request the Honorable Vice President of India, Shri C.P. Radhakrishnan ji, Shri Dattatreya ji and other dignitaries on the stage to kindly release Hindutva Discourse After Independence, reading from organizer pages, authored by none other than our editor, Shri Prafulla Ketkar ji and Shri Gautam Chaube ji. The second publication being released today is Temples Beyond Bharat, authored by Srimati Ujjwala Chakradev ji. May I request the authors, Gautam ji and Ujjwala ji, to kindly join the dignitaries on the stage for the release of both the books. This is the Hindutva Discourse After Independence, reading from organizer pages, authored by Shri Prafulla Ketkar and Shri Gautam Chaube, who has also joined us on the stage. Also, I would request the dignitaries to kindly release the book, Temples Beyond Bharat, authored by Srimati Ujjwala Chakradev ji. Please join me in congratulating the authors as well.
Energy. Let's go. Chal, focus. Game on. A game on.
Energy Energy focus, ultimate performance. A-Rush Energy. A-Game On.
Vision of the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh. A lifelong pracharak, a thinker, an author, and an inspiring organizer. As the Sarkaryavah of the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, he continues to guide one of the largest voluntary organizations with remarkable clarity, humility, and dedication. It is my privilege to invite Shri Dattatreya Hosabale to give blessings to the organizer on the completion of 80 years.
Honorable Vice President of Bharat, Shri C.P. Radhakrishnan ji, the active, enthusiastic and not accidental but experimentative editor of the organizer, Shri Prafulla Ketkar ji, Dr. Anil Agarwal ji and Shri Arun Goyal ji, and all the eminent, prominent personalities who are in the hall here present to witness this momentous occasion of the celebration of the organizer, the 80 years of its service to nation. At the outset, I congratulate the organizer, its editor, Shri Prafulla ji, the publishers, and the team of organizers for this great and memorable function. And on this occasion, which in fact is a red letter day in the onward march of organizer, I remember my college days when every week I used to carry the organizer in my hands to Central College in Bangalore. When I say I was carrying it in my hands, not that I was not reading. Those were the days, the early 70s, 72, 1972, 73, 74, the JP movement, the emergency days. So on those days, during that period, activists like me were generally reading 3 English periodicals, at least in Bangalore as I know. One was the Blitz. And our communist friends, they used to carry Blitz in their hands in the college campuses. And in the canteen, we were arguing. So a few friends of ours, we thought that we will also carry organizer in our hands. So the second one was organizer. And one more was Everyman's Week. Many of you may be remembering, and the new generation may not be remembering. That was JP Movement's Day, and Everyone's Weekly was, I think, Chariji and others may be remembering those periodicals. So they were giving us the information, the enough weapon for argument, And if somebody comes with some argument after reading Bleach, we were ready with our organizers' articles. And I was reading Bleach in the hostel rooms at nights, because we should know what the others are going to speak. They also might have been doing it same thing the other way. So those were the days when we were discussing ideological thoughts, national policies, and socialism, communism, capitalism, nationalism, and all these things. They formulated our ideas, our arguments, our personalities. So this is how I was introduced to organizer in those days. Being a Swayam Sevak, of course, it was very much popular in our circles. But on the university campuses, the persons who are working for an ideology, naturally, they should be fed with enough material to put forth the ideas, to counter the arguments, to press a point, to develop our own thoughts and ideas. And organizers shaped or helped shape our thoughts and our ideas. So this is why I should be ever grateful to organizer. So I didn't know that one day I will also be appearing in organizer. But those were the days when we were learning so many things, and organizer was a distant but very affectionate teacher. Organizer has created a legacy of a high order, at least in the English media. Organizer is not just a weekly newspaper. As just now we were watching the documentary, and the editor, my dear friend Praful, was speaking about the organizer, how it started and all. Organizer is a movement, a thought movement, a part of the nationalist movement. How it started and who all played a role, it has been explained, I need not repeat. Organizer stands for certain principles, certain ethics in media. Organizer projects the nationalist thoughts and views. Organizer has been a fierce crusader of freedom of press. Malkaniji and organizer, they are equated, and the personality of Malkaniji is so much imprinted on the organizer, and his life journey and the journey of organizer cannot be separated. And Malkaniji was not only a thought leader of our country, but a crusader for certain principles, ethics in public life, and particularly the freedom of press. He was kept behind the bars on that infamous midnight of June 25th, 2016. And his book is also titled as Midnight Knock. I think most of us must have read it. Organizer has been a voice of our nation's culture, the voice of this land, a torchbearer of the dharmic values. which are relevant even today. Organizer has a illustrious line of writers. Malkaniji was its editor, and Chariji in the previous session he referred to V.P. Bhatiaji. Deen Dayalji's name was just now mentioned. Deen Dayalji's famous column, Political Diary, which has also come in the form of a book, was a regular reader for all the people who were reading English all over the country for the ideological thoughts and commentary on the nation's current affairs. Advaniji was sub-editor, and for a short period when Malkaniji went to Harvard University on a fellowship, I think in 1960s, early 60s, 62, 63, 64, Advaniji ran the paper as the editor of it, organizer. Most of us know that Advaniji was writing about films. He was a film critic of the organizer. And he was watching films. And his daughter Pratibha ji has also produced films. And M.E. Kamat's
हाय गाइस, ये वीडियो हमारे कॉलेज प्रोजेक्ट के लिए है, तो आइए आपको हमारे शहर का वाइब चेक कराते हैं। यहाँ वॉलेट भूल जाओ तो लाइफ नहीं रुकती, लाइसेंस भूल जाए तो भी सवारी नहीं रुकती, क्लिक क्लिक से सारे सरकारी काम हो जाते हैं, बिना क्लिक के ही बंद रास्ते खुल जाते हैं। शहर छोटा है और बड़े व्यापार अब हम भी करते हैं। हमारे शहर का पल पल है डिजिटल, हर घर है डिजिटल।
टेक्नोलॉजी की मदद से हम सरकार और नागरिकों के बीच की दूरी कम कर रहे हैं।
Reporters throughout the country, many of the people who have become journalists in many mainstream and renowned newspapers started their career in organizer. Ram Madhavji is here. He was contributing to organizer. Nowadays, I was asking Prafullaji what happened. Ram Madhavji was having a room in organizer as a director. Malkaniji, I remember he ran many campaigns, ideological campaigns through organizer. He raised very important sensational issues which were really discussed and many people wanted to know about them. So, for example, the mysterious death of Shyama Prasad Mukherjee, mysterious death of Lal Bahadur Shastri ji in Tashkent, the mysterious end of Deen Dayal ji at Mughal Sarai station. These sensational issues which were very important in our national life, they were pursued by Malkaniji week after week, and he saw to that the commissions are appointed or they are discussed in other newspapers. Of course, in those days, media, the TV debates, evening debates were not there. But Malkaniji made it a point that these important issues will not go unheard. And the eminent persons like Jayaprakash Narayan and Lal Bahadur Shastri, they gave interviews to organizer. You were just watching the documentary and it was mentioned there. Just before the Pakistan's aggression in 1965, Lal Bahadur Shastri ji had given an interview to the organizer about the issue of the threat of Pak. And JP in his interview, it was the famous words of JP, Jayaprakash Narayan, that if RSS is a fascist, I am a fascist. I think that appeared in that interview where the organizer published that very famous interview of JP. Strategic and national security issues like Chinese aggression, Pakistan's misadventures, Bangladesh infiltration, all such issues, not only the organizer published them as news items, they were pursued, they were researched. On the ground reporters, they sent many unknown facts. And this is how organizer educated the public about these very important security issues. Continuously they were pursued. It was not some one-time news item here and there, or some sensational matter. So if somebody researches on these subjects, the organizer issues will definitely provide them enough material, which are the voices from the ground. During emergency, the organizer suffered the most, I should say, and its sister concern, Motherland, was closed and it did not see the light again. Malkaniji was sent to prison. Organizer, I think, is the most quoted English periodical in the parliament, if I am right. Because what organizer writes is the voice of a major nationalist view of this country. This is known in political, media and administrative circles, and even in the international, even the ambassadors who are sitting in Chanakyapuri, they were also trying to know what the organizer says in order to understand the other viewpoint. This is how the organizer has become a part of the thought movement of this country. In the pre-digital era, the organizer, as part of the print media, played such an important and significant role. And now it continues to do so in the present times with modern technology, online editions, and many other things which already have been mentioned. Organizer has carved a niche in our public life, in our democratic traditions, and particularly in the media world. The role of journalism in the modern times is not just to inform the people, spread some news, but it is to educate, form the opinions, and if necessary, play the role of the public voice in various fora. That's why, as we all know, it is rightly mentioned as the fourth estate of democracy. Journalism in the modern days, for obvious reasons, might have become a business. The media houses are like corporate houses, the business. I have no objection to that, but because the demands of the times are different. I can understand if you have to run a media house with a quality production, you will have to have the professionalism there. Unprofessionalism in the informal way, we know how many a time it will be very costly and damaging. Sangha is a family. And in the organization thing, family things can work. But when you run institutions, the professionalism naturally is the order of the day, and one has to accept and follow those things. But as far as media is concerned, it should not be only a profit-making business. It has some different role. It can't run under loss. If it has to sustain, it has to be on the business model. But it has to be only business, make money or spend money earned somewhere. So then that newspaper is not doing the role which is expected to from that to be played. So it is not easy to run a paper with only idealism and ideology. That is the present day reality. But organizer, in last 80 years, it accepted this difficult path. We can run a news weekly with idealism and ideology without enough financial resources. The only capital is commitment. And in an age when 24/7 news channels are working, bombarding, for a weekly newspaper to be alive, to be relevant, is an uphill task, is a challenging job. That is why I congratulate the present organizer team and also the previous editors who are present here for keeping the flame of organizer blazing. Because if there is something extra, if there is something more informative, if there is not something more informative, nobody will touch the newspaper. So that's why, on one side, your commitment to certain principles, your ideological clarity, nationalist view, and on the other side, the challenge of the competition with the electronic media, with the news channels. So, accepting this challenge makes a newspaper in today's world something special, something commendable. That's why I congratulate organizers' team for not only running but being effective even today. Organizer, as I said, has definitely played a very important role and called a niche in the English media. But organizer is also part and parcel of the people who belong to the nationalist thought movement. And as Balshankarji told in the previous session, it is really difficult when you are having governments of the same nationalist ideological family running a newspaper and being effective, relevant, and also not become a campaigner and publicity newspaper of the government. Be the voice of the society, be the voice of the people. So this balancing, the organizer is doing, I think, wonderfully well. Organizer has been a crusader of freedom of press. Organizer is a sentinel of nation's interest. It's a vanguard of national security. It's the voice of nation's soul. Organizer says it's the voice of nation. I'm only adding it's the voice of nation's soul. A bridge between the government and society, a conscience keeper of our society. Organizer has achieved much, but it can play more important role. Organizer, as a journal, as a news weekly, it is doing its best. But at the same time, as I already told, creating new writers, young journalists, columnists, encouraging them, finding newer ideas, creating new features, making it acceptable, innovative. These are the things which a newspaper today has to address, and organizer is doing it wonderfully well. That's why I congratulate the team of the organizer. I wish the organizer a bright future, more glory, all triumphs, and a meaningful and a contributory role in the nation's progress and national reconstruction. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dattaji. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my singular privilege and honor to call on stage our chief guest, a distinguished lawyer by profession, a parliamentarian of long standing, a former governor, and today the Vice President of India, Shri C.P. Radhakrishnan ji. So please come on the dais for your address.
मैं भारत माता के पवित्र चरणों को स्पर्श करता हूं और उनको प्रणाम करता हूं। Today, on the occasion of the 80th Foundation Day of the National Weekly Organizer, the great dignitaries who are sharing the dais with me, our Sarkaryavah of Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, Shriman Dattatreya Hosabale ji, Managing Director, Bharat Prakashan Limited, Shri Arun Kumar Goyal ji, Editor, Organizer, Shriman Prafulla Ketkar ji, संघ चालक of Delhi प्रांत राष्ट्रीय स्वयं सेवक संघ डॉक्टर अनिल अग्रवाल जी, भाई बहनों सबको नमस्कार। Our editor was thanking me for participating in this function, and he has thanked our Dattatreya ji also for the guidelines he is giving. But I want to say only one thing. Like the editor, we both are also only an ordinary CM Sevak. We are doing our national duty on different push. So you need not thank any one of us, but you should thank your colleagues who are helping you to bring this national duty of publishing the organizer in the better way. 80 years is more than a milestone. But God is always great. When some good thoughts is coming, then some good thing is going to happen. To start with a new small light. I feel organizer is one such great small light that has started just before the independence. Soon after that, we got the independence. So. It represents continuity, resilience, and sustained commitment to public discourse across generations. I remember the time we used to get one Tamil paper of Sangh that is known as Tyagabhumi that time. Before emergency it was Tyagabhumi, then after emergency it was Vijaya Bharatam now. So in that we find, they will quote in Tamil some of the news published in the organizer. That is how I come to know about organizer. Then we write to Tyagabhumi that you please send the organizer's address so that we can subscribe for it. Now on those days I was a student. So you have to write a letter only, then the letter answer will come, then after getting the answer, then you have to arrange the money for the subscription. So it took little time, 2 months time it took. That's how I have seen the organizer for the first time in my life. I extend my heartiest congratulations to the entire organizer family, Bharat Prakashan, its readers, contributors and well-wishers, who have sustained this remarkable institution over 8 decades. On 3rd July 1947, just weeks before Bharat attained independence, organizer had made its first appearance. It was born at one of the most turbulent moments in our national history. Me and our editor were coming. We have seen all the newses they have highlighted. They have chosen one news of every year. That all becomes history today. Few publications can claim to have witnessed, documented and participated in India's journey from the very dawn of independence. And I find the story of organizer itself unique and reflective of a democratic and participatory beginning, drawing its strength from the collective conscience of the society. It was not founded by a powerful industrial house or by a wealthy individual. If I remember rightly, all our Sangha magazines got one common feature. There will be no advertisement anywhere. Only one single advertisement, and the last page, half page advertisement will be always there. That is Mangalore BD advertisement. If I remember, I think very jovially, I think Guruji has told, I was told, I have not heard it, but Guruji has told once, when after the dinner in the night, they will always usually, everybody will sit together and very casually they discuss. Then they were talking about that one person has told to Guruji that we should have a very powerful magazine in all languages. Then Guruji asked him very jovially, what is the one common feature you are able to see in all our Sangha Patrika in all languages? Nobody was not in a position to answer immediately. Very jovially, Guruji has said, it is Mangalore Ganesh BD advertisement at the last page. Why I am telling, see how the contribution is coming from the heart, because their customers are not the readers of organizer. Nobody, I have not seen any Swayam Sevaka at that time smoking at all. So their customer is not there, still the advertisement has come. That is only in the interest of the nation, that this nation belongs to us. This nation should become powerful globally. That was the idea behind it. So through him, Dattatreya ji, I am thankful to Mangalore Ganesh BD also for so generous to make our patrikas so strong in those days. It is true and it is an enduring tagline, the voice of the nation. But as it is rightly mentioned by our Dattatreya ji, it is not the voice of the nation, it is the voice of the soul of the nation. Yes. There is no self-interest, there is no self-motive, nothing in the thinking, but except one single thinking that one day Mother Bharat should be the most powerful nation in the world. In the immediate aftermath of partition, it had given voice to the suffering of refugees arriving from both East and West Pakistan and had drawn attention to the plight of minorities who remained there. It became a platform for concerns that deeply affected millions of Indians. The history of organizer cannot be separated from the history of free expression in independent India. In 1949, it faced censorship for raising issues concerning Hindus in Pakistan and fought it out in the Supreme Court. That was explained to me by our editor. What has happened? The first censorship in Free India is faced by no other patrika except organizer. The legal battle became a landmark in the evolution of media freedom in Bharat and reinforced the principle that a vibrant democracy depends upon an independent press willing to ask difficult questions, but the right questions. For many decades, organizer has consistently participated in national debates on issues relating to unity, integrity, security, culture, and governance. During the 1950s, it highlighted the questions surrounding Jammu and Kashmir and the Praja Parishad movement. So, these all are, we know that we are not going to attain a big success at that time, but we stand by the truth. That is the organizer becomes the witness towards it. It engaged with the national discussions during the wars with China and Pakistan, examined issues surrounding the untimely deaths of Dr. Shyam Prasad Mukherjee. Not only Shyam Prasad Mukherjee, also former Prime Minister Lal Bahadur Shastri ji. There is no question injustice has been done to whom. When there is an injustice, whether he is a congressman, whether he is a Jansanghi or Sangh, but that has been questioned by one single paper, that is organizer. And also Pandit Dinadayal Upadhyay ji's and contributed to debates on Swadeshi and Ram Janmabhoomi movement and many other defining movements in India's public life. Its roles before and during the emergency deserves special recognition. Before emergency, organizer and its sister publication, The Motherland, had become a rallying point for the entire opposition to save constitutional democracy. I remember one of the statement of A.K. Gopalan, one of the stalwarts of the Communist Party, CPM. During the emergency, our Swayamsevaks went and met him. He, with an open-hearted mindset, he told to our Swayamsevaks, yes, we thought we are great warriors, but we failed. We thought RSS are mostly sannyasis, but you fought like warrior, and that is the great energy, great feeling created by our Sangh Patrikas, and the organizer is made a great contribution against the emergency. Editor Shri K.R. Malganiji was the first media person to get arrested soon after the declaration of emergency. Despite all that, then government efforts, the Motherland was published and it announced the declaration of emergency. That is the will for the good of the nation. Such movements remind us that the freedom of the press is meaningful only when it is exercised with courage. The enduring strength of organizer also lies in the distinguished individuals who have shaped its editorial vision. From Sri A.R. Nayarji, Sri K.R. Malganiji, Sriman L.K. Advaniji, Sriman P.P. Bhatiaji, Sriman Sesatriji, Chariji, Sri R. Balasankarji, to the present editor, Sri Prafulla Ketkarji, each one of them have contributed to building a publication with a distinct nationalistic ideological identity. Over the years, eminent educationists, economists, diplomats, scholars, and great thinkers have enriched its pages, making it an important forum for serious intellectual engagement. The influence of organizer extends far and wide. Its readers have included legislators, members of both houses of parliament, editors, policymakers, academics, and opinion makers across the country. It is frequently quoted in parliamentary discussions and in national publications. The readership today extends to the United Kingdom, the United States of America, Canada, and 54 other countries, making it an important platform for presenting an Indian perspective to the wider world. The public discourse organizer has consistently engaged with the questions relating to the culture, education, history, minority policy, national security, and constitutional issues from its ideological perspective. Over the years, it has contributed significantly